Hello. How's it going?
Hey, Xanmyr.
Hi.
You know, some people are wondering some things. Maybe would you like to answer some questions?
I sure would, if that's okay.
How often do you go to fur meets?
I'd say as often as I possibly can, but there's one once a month here in town that I go to every single time. I have to make time for it.
Why are you so cute, and how did you get your character's name?
The cute part, I really had no idea how it would turn out. I just picked like a very simple design, just a gray and white wolf. But as I was, kind of designing it, and I was going to get a tail made because it was RMSC 2015 coming up, and I wanted a tail, gosh darn it. So I kind of added on the patterns as a last minute thing, like literally took me 5 minutes, and turns out it was a good idea. It was a good idea. And what was the second part of the question?
How did you get your character's name?
Oh, no, that's a good story. Well, I had a political science class that was centered around Wyoming government, and I just moved to Wyoming at the time, and I couldn't give one flying heck about Wyoming government. So I was just, enamored by the furry fandom, and I just kind of started thinking of names for myself, because I figured if I'm gonna do this, I want to go hard in the paint. So I wrote an entire notebook page down full of pet names, video game character names, transpositions of those video game character names and pet names, and long story short, I had about 125 names on that piece of paper, and I had to get rid of them. I couldn't pick from all of them. So I took the first part of the word Xander, and then I took the last part of the word Xanmyr, which is an M-I-R word, and I changed the I to a Y, and I smashed them together. And then I got Xanmyr, and I loved it. And it wasn't even a name on that huge notebook paper, and that's how I knew that it was mine.
How are you doing with your life?
Oh, geez, gotta get me right in the feels. Right now I'm doing pretty well. I just started my second semester of school. I'm doing pretty well in it. It's a little, intimidating because it's a lot of logic as opposed to actual mathematics, but it's really cool. It's a really nice basis to be following in my career, and I just can't wait to keep on pushing forward and finding out what is in store for me next.
How often do you suit up?
Oh, well, I probably suit up about 2-3 times a week on average, especially around this time of year because it gets so cold in my room. Right? Doesn't it get so cold in my room?
Oh, yeah.
It gets so cold in my room. So it's a way to escape the freezing to death. That's a good idea. So, yeah, I'd say I suit up 2 to 3 times a week on average at this point.
If you couldn't be a wolf, what animal would you be?
A fox. Most definitely, probably a fox. My grandfather was a fox. But that's a story for another time.
What are your goals for 2017?
My goals? Well, I want to get my degree. I want to move to Colorado. And I want to start my life somewhere new. And, that's kind of scary. I'm really scared. But I know that sometimes things just require a little bit of little bit of a leap of faith, if you will. You know, I know it's gonna be good for me, and I'm gonna go through with it.
What is your favorite food?
Oh, favorite food. That's like a really hard thing to pinpoint. Well, I really like pizza. I really, really, really love hamburgers. I really, really love steak. Chicken is so good. Sushis are so good. Sashimis are so good. Oh God, ribs are so good. Everything is so good. You know, I like food. I have an open mind with food, and I just really enjoy it. I love food.
Would you like to answer some more interesting questions?
Interesting questions. Those were pretty interesting. I don't know if you just heard that.
Oh, I heard it. But we're taking some questions off the internet, and we're gonna see some things that some opinions that you might have.
Okay, I see what you're going for. You mean like questions that are like nothing to do with anything normal.
No, not really. Not particularly, no.
Okay, well, have at 'em.
Are you usually late, earlier, or right on time?
Fashionably late. But if I'm not fashionably late, I'm right on time.
What's the one thing that you fear failing the most?
Myself. I fear failing myself the most. But as long as I keep staying true to myself, I never will.
If you could instantly know how to speak another language, what language would you choose to know?
Oh, well, Spanish is a really good one. Or Japanese. Or French. Either of those three.
What is the most magnificent fountain you've ever seen?
Buckingham Fountain in Chicago. Without a doubt, a flamboyant fountain indeed.
What was the last furry thing you touched? You have popcorn when you go to the movies?
Popcorn, I go to the movies. I go for the popcorn. That's the main reason I go to movies. I mean, I thought everyone went for the popcorn. You mean you don't go to the movie for popcorn?
I go to the movie for popcorn usually.
Okay. At least I'm not the only one. Oh.
Have you ever maybe played the bongo drum at least?
The bongo drum? Well, I guess I have once or twice. If you know what I mean.